These following short stories were written by Top Neighborhood 859, and they'll be narrated by me, Old Drunkie. I'll leave all of our information in the comments below. This first one is called They Aren't Aliens. Let's get into it. I will be gone by the time anyone reads this, but I need to get the word out to as many people as possible. The world is about to be destroyed by an alien invasion. Most of the population will be slaughtered, and the survivors will be kept as slaves. There is nothing we can do to stop it, but you need to know that there are no aliens in this invasion. I own a private security company that protects some of the wealthiest elites in the world. This morning, I was part of a detail of 5 men protecting a client while he attended a board meeting in Berlin. Unfortunately, my client left a memo behind when we dropped him off. It reads as follows. Operation Downpour is to commence in 24 hours as per our successful simulations. The board has agreed to continue with the operation as soon as possible. All board members are urged to travel to your designated bunkers for 6 months. During the first week, saucer-shaped drones will approach all major cities and attack. Simulations estimate the death toll at approximately 3 billion useless eaters. The members of the council have enough influence in the media to ensure only our narrative is seen. Within a week of the initial strike, our operatives at the UN will announce to the world that they have made contact with the aliens and have negotiated a ceasefire. Our operatives will at that point make known our demands. There is only to be one government. There is to be no religion. All food, shelter, and medical will only be provided by the government, and only to those who have been chipped to show their compliance. Our simulations estimate approximately 70% of the survivors will comply. Most who do not comply will starve or freeze. Our drones and strike teams will continue to eliminate the rest over the next 6 months. After that, all simulations show that it will be safe to emerge and assume power as the committee of the new order. That is the end of the letter. I thought it was a joke at first, but when I returned to the office, my assistant told me that my client had called and asked if we had found the memo in the vehicle. Before I could call him back, I heard gunshots downstairs. I can see from my CCTV system that everyone is dead. My employees are top tier, the best of the best, and all of them are dead. A hit squad is coming down my hallway now, in full kit. They're wearing shit I've never seen before. I'm going to die fighting. All I can hope for is that when you see aliens on the news in a couple of days, make sure you warn as many people as you can. They are not aliens. This next story by Top Neighborhood is called I Work Alone. I made my way across the muddy lawn as quickly as I could. Once I was under the awning over the porch, I kicked off as much mud as humanly possible. I didn't want to contaminate the crime scene. Inside of the house, I was greeted by several officers. Forensics was busy photographing the collected evidence. Sergeant Henderson waved to me from the hall. "Do we have another one?" I asked him. He didn't have to answer. He gestured into the bedroom. It was covered in blood. Blood spattered from wall to wall, and in the center of the room was the body. William Carter, age 25. 2 priors of possession with intent to sell, a man said from the other side of the room. The man smiled. "I'm Detective Samuel. Narcotics," he said, and extended his hand. I shook his hand. "I appreciate you for being here, Detective, but this is homicide. If you want to arrest him for dealing, you're a little late. However, if you have any suspects, You let me know.
Detective, the chief asked me to give you a hand with this one,
Samuels replied. I work alone. I never had a partner, and I don't need one now, I informed him. Samuels looked around to see if anyone was listening.
To be honest, this is the 10th drug dealer murdered this year. Same MO. I think the chief needs an arrest soon, and it's my understanding you are working on the assumption that it's a rival drug dealer taking out the competition, so I might be able to help.
Of course it is. 10 drug dealers were killed in a year. All victims were killed with a hammer. It seems obvious. Besides, the killer left the same gang graffiti on the front door of each house. Samuels walked out of the room and gestured for me to follow him. We went out the front door. This graffiti is the giveaway. The right wording for a set that I've been tracking, but the art doesn't match. Samuel sighed.
I think someone is posing as a rival, possibly to throw the police off the trail.
Have you told anyone else about this? He shook his head no. Okay, you wrap things up here. I'm going to go home and get my files ready. Tomorrow, we will sit down and go through everything together. Maybe we can find something I missed. Samuel smiled and agreed.
If I help you catch this guy, do you think I could get transferred into homicide? I'm getting a little tired of narcotics,
he asked me. Yeah, possibly, I replied. It has stopped raining now. It's been a few hours, but the lawn at Samuel's house is still muddy. I was careful not to leave any footprints. I hope the rattle of the spray paint can didn't wake him up. I didn't see any lights come on. I guess I'll find out after I pick the lock. I told Samuels I had never seen him at the crime scene. That was true, but I had seen him plenty of times. He was a crooked narc, and he was probably tired of narcotics because Internal Affairs have been investigating him for 6 months. I can't allow him to shift the blame from a rival gang member. Besides, I'm just taking one more drug dealer off the streets before I retire next year. I plan to stop then. I probably will. Besides, I don't want a partner. I work alone. Hey everybody, Old Drunkie here. I hope you liked that. If you did, check out the person who wrote it in the links below. Also, you can check me out, links below, Patreon, check out my other videos, like, comment, subscribe, all that other nonsense. And with that all out of the way, have a good night. Here's to you.